President Donald Trump has signed a new executive order creating a federally funded self-deportation program, offering free flights and a cash incentive for undocumented immigrants who choose to leave the U.S. voluntarily and permanently. In a statement, Trump said the program is part of what he calls a response to a full-scale invasion of undocumented migrants, blaming them for rising crimes. He wrote on his Truth Social, "To all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now." End of quote. Under the plan, participants will receive an exit bonus of $1,000 after their return is confirmed through the CPB Home app, according to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
Today I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you.
Well, let's have Angela Fobbs from Mainz in Germany talk to us about these self-deportation laws and the incentives put forward by Donald Trump. Angela is the Director of Strategic Initiatives, Democrats Abroad. A lovely evening to you, Angela. Help us understand what this self-deportation means for immigrants and how Democrats particularly are receiving this news.
Good evening. The idea of self-deportation sort of undermines Trump's calling it an invasion of migrants, because why would you give migrants, people who are invading you, $1,000 to get out of your country if it was an actual invasion? He is also undermining, of course, the people's due process rights, asking them to leave themselves. And of course, President Trump can't get over the fact that both President Obama and President Biden deported way more people than Trump did without denying them their due process rights.
Now, I want you to also touch on how Democrats, I know it's a form of, society that you have. How are Democrats receiving this news? What are Democrats saying?
Well, as Democrats, we are always going to fight for the rights for human rights. And I don't believe that there are very many Democrats, if any, that support the idea of paying people $1,000 for their self-deportation. In fact, I think that this is probably not real. President Trump has a history of, what is the best way to put it? A history of not being completely honest and saying that people can just go to any airport and self-deport seems like it's actually not something true. I hope that none of these people end up in El Salvador or Guantanamo or any of the other places that he's thinking about sending people.
We're not in Donald Trump's mind, but I want to ask you this question. Do you see this as a trap? Do you think, have you communicated with some of these immigrants to understand their fears?
Well, It sounds like a trap to me, but I haven't personally spoken with any immigrants. I've spoken recently with people who were uh, daughters and sons of immigrants and they're concerned about this because they're concerned about their family members who are legally in the United States. Um, and I think that people who are considering this offer should think about it carefully before they take it.
Now, do you also see illegal immigrants responding to this call despite the incentives of $1,000, free flights and all of that? Do you see people responding to that call?
Can't imagine why they would. I feel like at this point, the way that ICE has been treating people would probably scare most people off from even attempting to use this program.
So what do you think Trump wants to achieve from all of this? It's been his agenda, right from the campaign period up until now. What do you think he's trying to achieve? Because the numbers are not adding up for, his team. Seems like the number of immigrants, illegal immigrants they like to see leave America isn't adding up. According to reports, they'd like to see millions, leave America. What do you think is the aim of all of this?
I think this is a part of Donald Trump's ongoing attempt to resegregate America. People may recall that in January of 2018, Trump made some comments, disparaging remarks about developing countries. But in this remark, he also added that we should have more people from Norway, implying white people. All the things that Trump has been doing over the past almost a little over 100 days has been directly tied to diminishing any influence that people of color might have in the United States, to eliminate any immigrants from countries where they're not white countries. He is working diligently to carry out his white Christian nationalist agenda.
Okay, Angela Fobbs, thank you so much for talking to us on The Rise America.